Chào mừng các bạn đến với bệnh viện ô tô.vn. Chúng tôi xin hân hạnh giới thiệu đoạn video bổ ích này.
Hyundai's currently high-flying reputation comes from building affordable cars with great value and quality. But the Korean car maker is quietly beefing up its performance credentials with successes in rally racing, hill climbs, and drifting, just to name a few. So for 2011, a bit of that racing pedigree hits the streets in this R-Spec Genesis Coupe. So naturally, we had to hit the track to test it out. We've been coming to Savannah, Georgia's Roebling Road Raceway for almost 30 years, but until now, there's never been a Korean car we felt was worthy of challenging Roebling's 9 high-speed turns. Some of our staff was still skeptical when we arrived, but before we get too far, some details first. While the Genesis Coupe was all new for 2010, Hyundai has wasted no time in making some updates to its sporty rear driver, as well as adding this 3.8 R-Spec model. And while its intentions are clearly track performance, the exterior look remains the same. No wacky graphics or racing stripes here. There's not even a rear spoiler. Instead, you'll find the same low-slung, aggressive look that we like so much in our original Genesis Coupe test, with the only thing setting it apart, a trunk-mounted badge and 19-inch gunmetal alloy wheels wearing Bridgestone Potenza summer compound tires. Changes to the inside, however, are more significant, as all Genesis Coupes get an overall softer touch to the sporty-feeling cabin. Bluetooth is standard on all Genesis Coupes. However, our 3.8 R-Spec loses cruise control and a few other convenience features in the interest of saving weight. Front seats are a mix of red cloth and black leather. They're plenty comfy, and large side bolsters provide a good lateral support on the track. Practical features such as folding rear seats remain, which helps to expand the smallish 10 cubic feet of trunk space. Nothing's changed under the hood, where you'll find the same all-aluminum 3.8-liter V6 we called swift and entertaining in our original test. It puts out 306 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque. When we hit the track, the engine provided even more power than we were expecting. Roebling Road has a way of overwhelming 6-cylinder daily drivers, but the Genesis held up well. There was a surprising amount of torque coming out of corners. The standard electronic stability control system is extremely intrusive, and there's no track mode, so you'll have to turn it off if you want to get around the track with serious speed. In straight line testing, we found the 3.8-liter not particularly torquey off the line, but power does come on quickly as RPMs increase. 60 miles per hour comes in at only 5.5 seconds, with a quarter mile passing in 13.5 seconds at 104.8 miles per hour. Gear selection comes by way of a 6-speed manual only. No automatic is available on the R-Spec. The shifter doesn't feel super mechanical, but we had no problems at all with it. The clutch is fairly soft, but held up just fine through a week of abuse. But what truly makes the R-Spec an R-Spec is the heavily revised suspension. Updates include higher rate springs, stiffer shocks, and thicker stabilizer bars front and rear, as well as an easily adjustable front camber setup. There's even a limited slip differential. All of this makes the 3.8 R-Spec feel small and nimble out on the track. Body roll is well subdued, and overall the car feels very composed. Not that we found it perfect, however. There's lots of raw talent here, and it could still use a little refinement. Transitions were a bit abrupt, and we even experienced a bit of bump steer. Sure, all of these suspension tweaks make things a bit rougher on the street, but not nearly stiff enough to hinder your daily commute. What we did find a bit uncomfortable was noise in the cabin. Exhaust drone is ever present and only occasionally sounds great. Combine that with the absence of cruise control, and you've got a car not the best suited for long-distance travel. Brakes have been upgraded as well to 4-piston Brembos front and rear. They provided good feedback as well as good initial bite, and we noticed no fade. Government fuel economy ratings for the 3.8R spec are 17 city, 26 highway using premium gas. Expect 20 in normal driving as long as you're light with your right foot. The 3.8R spec has a moderately high energy impact score of 17.1 barrels of oil per year and a matching carbon footprint of 9.3 tons of CO2 emitted. As with all Hyundais, you get a lot for your money. The 2011 Hyundai Genesis Coupe 3.8R spec begins at $27,550. That's only about $2,000 more than either a base 6-cylinder 3.8 or the 4-cylinder 2.0 TR spec. Inexpensive for a highly capable and entertaining sport coupe that feels more like a Mustang or Camaro than anything from Japan or Europe. And all of Hyundai's long warranties are included. So whether your track time consists of sweepers and chicanes or beltways and back roads, the Genesis 3.8R spec coupe is a willing companion and another step for Hyundai as they continue to raise our expectations fast.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi. Các bạn có thể tìm thấy thêm nhiều thông tin liên quan tại trang bệnh viện ô tô.vn. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.